Booker drives in, and it's blocked by Edwards. That's it. The Timberwolves complete the sweep. They win a playoff series for the first time in 20 years.
Like I said last time, it's the best feeling in the world, man, to, send him home or out, whatever you want to call it. I don't even think I outplayed him. He played great throughout the whole series, but, my team outplayed his, and, to come out victorious is the best feeling ever to beat him because he's my favorite player of all time.
Appreciation for greatness.
Alright, so before we get into it, I just want to say that however you managed to come across this video, whether you saw while scrolling, you clicked some external link, or maybe you just searched for it, I don't know. Genuinely though, thank you for giving 8 and 8 Hoops a chance. Now, I've been playing basketball for a long ass time, and I've been watching it for nearly as long. 8 and 8 is essentially about sharing what I've learned, my thoughts, my opinions with you guys, and building a sense of community around unique ideas and discussions in ball. So, if you're looking for in-depth content, quality hoops conversations, or just want to talk straight smack about my takes, go ahead, subscribe.
With the second pick in the 2007 NBA Draft, the Seattle Supersonics select Kevin Durant from the University of Texas.
And again, we spend so much of this night talking about the players and how they're going to...
There is no player in the league today more polarizing than Kevin Durant. I mean, of course, we're talking strictly basketball because otherwise, yeah, anyway. But the key word here is polarizing. Now, I say that because during those early 2010s OKC years, KD was a relatively universally liked player. And yet, despite the fact that KD now has in some ways reached his potential and won 2 championships and finals MVPs, if you were to right now go through literally any comment section that is attached to some random post, even slightly related to the man, amongst some praising KD's basketball achievements, you'll find at least 4 snake emojis along with a bunch of people talking about why his number won't be retired and why he's never going to win another ring again. It's actually blasphemy. But why? Why is this even a thing? It's because of context. Specifically, this guy, Mr. Chef Curry. Despite being down 3-1 against the Thunder in the 2016 Western Conference Finals, Steph Curry brought the Warriors all the way back 4-3 to complete the comeback, destroying the Thunder's decade-long title hopes and leaving them with several serious questions about their upcoming offseason. And then KD basically said, hell nah, I don't want to deal with all that, and he just straight up left, becoming OKC's and the rest of the league's villain. This guy, who just couldn't stay and build something with the team that drafted him, decides to hop on the winner's bus and throw everything honorable about being a superstar out the window. It's not just that KD left his team, it's the fact that he left his team for the one that beat him, the best regular season team in league history. And from then on, it's just been hopping from super team to super team, failing to win another championship while his co-star Steph Curry continues to prove that he never even needed KD to win in the first place. It's just a bad look. And it's even worse when you put their career resumes side by side. In a vacuum, KD has an amazing Hall of Fame caliber career, but to many, it just doesn't matter. Right now, he isn't chasing rings to further his legacy. He will always be the Slim Reaper, amongst the greatest scorers the game has ever seen. Durant is competing at the highest level right now to change the way people see him as a player, how he will be remembered for years to come. And that's what makes this year's playoff elimination to Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves that much worse. There's always some obstacle in KD's way that he just can't surpass without his Golden State Avenger squad. It's always something or someone that gets in the way, whether it be Jason Tatum, Giannis, Anthony Edwards, Jokic, or timely moments from teammates like Harden with his hamstring injury, or Kyrie's refusal to play during the 2021 season due to the pandemic. For Durant's legacy, this is yet another black mark on his capabilities as an A1 basketball player on a contending team. It's all adding up. What even happened? Is this year's failure truly KD's fault? Looking back at his playoff stats, Durant has, with and without Steph Curry, consistently performed on the biggest stage. His numbers have always stayed amongst the league's best, and he quite often bears the entire load of his team's offense on certain nights. At 35 years old, he somehow managed to average 27 points per game, shooting an excellent 50% from the field and 40% from 3. His running mate this season, Devin Booker, also showed up in this series, averaging more points on slightly worse shooting splits. Bradley Beal had some good moments in the series too. But having 2 or 3 players perform well just isn't enough when it comes to winning basketball games, and the Suns have resultantly bared the consequences of building a team around 3 stars and lacking the remaining resources to build a competent roster around them. Whether it's injuries or poor team construction, the fact that KD has been chasing and joining these types of rosters for the last half decade is what really happened to the Suns in 2024. It's what happened to the 2023 Suns, the 22 Nets, the 21 Nets, and the 19 Warriors. Although he wasn't pursuing a super team back in 2019, he just so happened to already be on one that also acquired DeMarcus Cousins coming off a 25-point-per-game season that summer. So what's next for KD? Will this pattern of playoff disappointments continue? There's no real way of telling. On paper, Durant and the Suns are poised for another decently strong season. There's just too much star power on the current roster for me to say otherwise. But history says that KD won't be able to make a deep playoff run and chance of the title unless something fundamental about the Suns lineup and KD's approach towards the Larry O'Brien changes. Signing with the Warriors in 2016 was probably the best thing for Kevin Durant's career at that time, disregarding the circumstances and media and fan perception. Things weren't working out in OKC, and a change was needed. But continuing to jump ship from there on out has since been a formula for disaster, and this season was no different.
They win a playoff series for the first time in 20 years.
Played bad a couple minutes, and that's been going on all season. Why do you think that has been the case?
I wish I had a better answer.